And today we are going to discuss Python string methods. We already discussed, right, what is a string. String is nothing but a group of characters that's enclosed within a singular double quotes that we already discussed. And today we are going to discuss the built-in methods that are available on strings. Means the operations, some operations which we can perform on strings. Okay, today we are going to discuss the topic. Then so the first method is capitalize. Okay, what is the purpose of what is like if we use this method, what it's going to do means it's going to convert the first character of the string to capital letter. Okay, and I'm going to show you with examples. So wow, my string is Python. So if I use capitalize, so what is the syntax meant? That the string variable dot capitalize. So what we discussed, this capitalize method is going to convert the first character of the string to capital letter. So now my first character in the string is small, right? Let us see how it's going to work. See, first I have small letter, right? And then when I use this capitalize, it's converting the first character to capital. Okay, this is first method. And then case fold. So case fold means it's going to convert the string to like string characters to small, like all to lowercase, it's going to convert case fold. So I will show you how it's going to work. See, I took some small letters, some capital letters. If I use case fold, how it's going to work? It's going to convert all the characters in the string to lowercase, means small letters. See, P, Y, T, H, O, N, all are small. Here P capital, T capital, O capital. But whenever I used case fold, it convert all the characters to lowercase. Okay. This is case fold. And then center. Okay, pad string with the specified characters. Means what it's going to do is it's going to place the string in between, like to center, and it's going to align the characters that you assigned. I will show you. I think we need to use one more string interpreted as an integer. We need to check the parameters that we used. Okay guys, I will and like here we need to pass some parameters. At the end I will show you what it's going to do is it's going to specify that in between, like we need to specify the character that we need to place at the left side and right side, and we need to specify the length in between. It's going to place the string. That is the purpose of center here. Okay, I will tell you that. And then count. So print as dot. So what I want to do is I want to count the like a particular character, like how many times a particular character occurred in the string. So I want to count n, how many times n repeated in that string. N occurs only once. That's why I got the output as 1. If you give P, capital P is there, right? It's also going to give 1. So count when we are going to use count to count how many times a character occurred in that particular string. To know that, we use count. Okay. And then encode. Normally, whenever we enter some passwords or in some website, it's going to encode. It's going to convert that so that hackers or some others they can't decode it. So means they don't know exact password that we give. Okay, that is a normal. Normally, what is encode means? It's going to encode our string or our password, whatever it be. It's going to encode that with like how to say, it's going to include some other characters as well along with that password that we enter. Actually that will be in backend. If you give your email and password in backend, it's going to store as an encoded format, not in the exact way. Okay, so that is a purpose of encode. What is why we use means to prevent the hackers to not to know what the password we entered. That is the normal purpose of encode. Here we have that facility in strings. Just we need to use encode so that it's going to encode the string that we enter. See, this is like this, it's encoded. So it's prefixing B, and then in single quotes, it's wrap that string. So this is B default encoding method that it's going to use. Okay, we can pass some parameter called encoding so that in that we can specify whatever format we want encoding. I will use just ASCII. Means how ASCII here, ASCII is nothing but we have some ASCII characters. So it's going to convert based on that. Like it's going to encode based on that. We won't use much, but just we need to know whatever the methods available for string. So this is encoding. It's going to just convert the string that we enter to some encoded format. So by default, the encoded format is prefixing B and wrapping that string inside single quotes. This is default encoding format. We can change the encoding format accordingly, like the format that we want. Okay. These are all not important. Only we are using very few less methods from the strings, like a capitalize. We can use case fold, count, encode. We won't use much, but that is there. And then ends with. So where we are going to use ends with is just to check whether the string that entered by you is ends with the particular character that you specified or not. Okay, so here what I'm just checking ends with n ron. So what I'm doing here, just I'm checking if the character entered by me is ending with on or not. Okay, if that is ends with like that string and substring entered by me, it's going to give you true. See, because here I gave capital on and it's ending with the same. If I give some other characters, that will give you false, because it's not going to end with udy, right? It's going to end with on. Okay, so this is a purpose of ends with is just to check whether the string entered by you is ends with the particular substring or not. Okay, and expand tabs. Okay, if there is any tab, okay, in between strings, if there is any tab, it's going to replace that with space. Just will show you. Tab means nothing but 4 characters. If I give tab here in between, expand tabs, correct, right? Just need to replace it with space. It's not replacing. Why? But it's not replacing, but normally whenever we use a tab in between, it's going to convert that tab to a single space. That is the purpose of expand tabs actually. No, it's not like it's not replacing the tab, but normally the main purpose of expand tab is it's going to just replace the tab with a single space. Okay, I don't know why it's not working here. Replace tab character with a space. I will check. Okay, I will check and let you know why it's not working. Then find. So I want to find a particular character where it is. Normally in string, it's going to starts with 0, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like say, just remember the from in string, the index should start from 0, 1, like that. So P's index is 0, means P's position from in string is 0, then Y position is 1, then T position is 2, like that. So the index should start from 0. So I want to know where is T placed. My T in position 2 means I already told, right? It's going to start from 0. So P is 0, Y is 1, then 2 in second index. So the output we got like 2. Okay. It's going to find where is that particular character. If you give the character that is not there, I gave I because I is not there. So it's going to give -1. So if the character entered by you is not in that particular string, it's going to give that value as -1. Means there is no any such a character in the string. If the character is there, it's going to give you the index. Means the number. If that is not there, it's going to give you -1. Means the character is not there in the string. Okay, that is purpose of find. We are going to use find. Remember, so in some projects or wherever it be, we are going to use find. Very few methods we are going to use. Okay. So this is format is going to just to format the output. Okay, I will show you how we can do that. Is good ln GUL that format. Yes. See what I did here, just I am formatting. Okay, I have this language and what I did here, I'm just convert what I'm doing, I'm just appending is good language. Okay, so what I want to replace that, I want to replace this curly brackets with Python. So with which string we want to replace that you can specify within this format. Okay, so just to format the output statement, okay, we are going to use this format method. In whichever format you want, you can use. I will add some more is good language to learn. See, Python is good language to learn. So just to format the output, we are going to use this format method. Then format map. So for this format map, we can use dictionary. So once we discuss about the dictionaries, then we can use this format method. Still, we didn't discuss the dictionary, right? So just left it. And then index. We have find, right? Find method. We saw what it's going to give. It's going to give you the index. So same for this index. Index also going to give the position of the character. Both are same. If I give t, just let's see the what will be the output. See, it's also going to give you the index. If you use any character that is not inside the string, it's going to give you error. Okay, just try to understand the main difference between index and find. In find method, if there is no character in the string, it's going to give -1. But if you use the index, it's going to give the error, value error, it's going to give you. Okay, so just note one important interview question. What is the difference between find and index in a string? Both functionality is same, but when it's come to the none, like not available character, index is going to give you the value error, but find is going to give you -1. Negative index means the character is not available. That is the difference between find and index. Okay, previously when we checked here, find written -1 because the character is not there. But when it's come to index, it's going to give you value error. Okay, if you get any error, then further statements we can't execute. Okay, that's why we are going to use find most of the times, because if the character is not there, it's going to return -1, right? That's fine. But if you use index, it's going to stop the execution of the program. That's not good. Okay, functionality is same. The only difference is when the character is not there, find going to return -1, means negative index, but index is going to return you some value error. Okay, that is the difference between find and index. Okay, then is all num. Is all num means if the string entered by you, okay, is combination of alphabetics and num, it's going to check and it's going to return you true or false. Means if the string entered by you is combination of alphabetics and numbers, it's going to return you true. Okay, means you have alphabetics, even if you give you 1 2 3 4 5, that also give you true. Means either the string can be alphabetics or numbers or the combination of both, it's going to be written true. Okay, if you include any some special characters, say I include @ and hash, it's going to give you false. Means the string must contain alphabetics or numbers or combination of both, then only this all num is going to give true, otherwise it's going to give you false. Okay, and if one more method is alpha. Is alpha means all the characters inside that string should be alphabetics, not numbers or not other characters. This will give you false now because the numbers are there. If you give only alphabetics, it's going to return you true. Okay, this is alpha. One is all num to check whether the string is combination of alphabetics and numbers. Then one is alpha. It's going to check whether all the characters inside the string are alphabetics or not. Okay. Then is decimal. Is decimal means what is meant by decimal? Whether the particular, like if that number is with dot, like after a dot, if we have some numbers, that is actually decimal number, right? Normally, if you take 12.34, this is nothing but decimal number. Okay, decimals means float numbers. If we wrap that inside inside double quotes or single quotes, that become string. So is decimal means it's going to check whether it is a decimal number or not, like a decimal string or not. False. Why it's giving me the false? Checks the decimal characters. This is the only decimal actually. It's giving false, false, false. This will check and let you know. I don't know why it's not working. Actually, this is a decimal purpose. Means whether the that as a string, like if the string entered by us is containing some decimal characters or not. For that purpose only, we are going to use this is decimal. But don't know why few methods are working here, few not working here. I need to check, and once if that is fine, I will let you know. Okay, then is digit. We checked is alpha, right? Is alpha means what it's going to do? It's going to check whether all the characters in a string are alphabetics or not. Like that, it's going to check whether all the characters in the string are numbers or not. 1, 2, 3. It's going to return you true because 1, 2, 3 all are digits, right? But if you use any alphabetic, it's going to give you false because A is an alphabetic, not a digit. Okay, if I use any special characters, it's going to give you error. Means false, not error. It's going to return false. Okay, just to check. For example, based on requirement, we have some OTP, right? We are going to get OTP. In the OTP, we are going to get all digits. In such scenarios, based on scenarios, we can use these methods. Is identifier. Identifier is nothing but a variable. Okay, it's going to check whether the variable, like whether the thing you entered is a variable or not. For that purpose only, we are going to use is variable. Is identifier, not variable. Stored is identifier or not? Is identifier correct, right? It's going to return. Checks for valid identifier. We entered valid identifier only, right? It's not working. These identifiers. Returning false key. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And see, it is an identifier. See here, now what I took S is equals to some string I took, and I'm checking is S is an proper identifier or not. Okay, because we assign some value to S, so that S is nothing but a I variable. So that variable we can call as an identifier as well, so that it's going to check whether this is an proper or valid identifier or not. So S is here an valid identifier. That's why I got the value as true. Okay. If I give digit star, true I got. Okay, so this should be combination of like how to say alphabetics numbers. If we give numbers alone, it's going to give you invalid, like it's going to give false. It's not taking S as a proper identifier. But if you use any character here, it's going to return true. So that should be a combination of alphabetics and numbers. When that should be like that, whenever we are going to use is identifier. In is identifier case, if we have digits alone in that string, it won't consider that as a valid identifier. That's why we are getting false whenever we have digits alone in that string. Okay, and is lower. Is lower means it's going to check all the characters in the string or in smaller case or not. Is lower. False, because I have B and C as capital, right? If I use A, B, C, it's going to return you true because all are in small case only. Okay. Is numeric also going to check whether all the digits enter like in the string, if we have all digits or not, like that only is numeric. Okay. And then is printable, it's going to check if that is a printable character or not. If we have printable character in the string or not, it's going to check. Is printable. It's printable, right? That's why it's giving like if we able to print that string or not. In that case only it's going to check. If the string is able, like if the string, if we able to print, then it's going to return true. If the string is not able to printable, then it's going to return you false. Key space means it's going to check whether the string is like I have only spaces. I have given space and checking is space. SPAC is space. It will return true. But if you include any characters, it's going to return you false. Because it's going to check for only spaces, not for the character. If it's contain a number of spaces, no issues. Means whenever you are checking e space, all the characters or the string should contain only spaces, not any other characters except the space. Is title means what it normally if we see any books or anything in that in any like if we have 3 words, in the 3 words the first character should be capital, means that is title case or not, it's going to check. I will show you. A, B, C. It is not returning true. Do you have any idea how we are going to tell whether it is a title or not? Title D. I know only this, like all that word, all first character should be capital. See now A, B, C, D, E, F. In these 2 words, first letter is capital. That's why this is title return to. If I take small, it's giving false. Means it's going to check whether the string entered by you is a title or not. Title means in if we have number of words in a string, that all words should contain first letter as a capital. See now it will return. Okay, these are the methods in strings today we discussed, and the remaining methods I will discuss tomorrow, because there are number of built-in methods for strings. See, number of built-in methods. One day we can't discuss all, okay? If you practice these things today and tomorrow we can discuss the remaining methods. Okay. Maybe 10 more methods are left. We can discuss tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, I have one doubt, Munson.